Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel HGK Online Education. In this video, we will discuss about third part of Environmental Engineering Quick Revisions lectures, which will include biological water quality parameters. Before starting these biological water quality parameters, we will discuss about some of the physical and chemical water quality parameters, its acceptable limit and rejection limit for raw water. So let's start. Here first one is the color. Acceptable limit of color is 5 TCU and rejection limit is 25 TCU. TCU means true color unit. Next one is the pH. Acceptable limit for pH is 7 to 8.5. Its rejection limit is less than 6.5 and greater than 9.2. Next one is turbidity. Acceptable limit for turbidity is 5 NTU and rejection limit is 10 NTU. Here one thing note that turbidity greater than 5 NTU can be visible to the average person. So for domestic water, turbidity up to 5 NTU is okay, and for raw water, turbidity is in the range of 5 NTU to 10 NTU, where 5 NTU is the acceptable limit and 10 NTU is the rejection limit. NTU means nephelometer turbidity unit. Next water quality parameter is aluminium. Its acceptable limit is 0.03 mg per liter. Rejection limit is 0.2 mg per liter. Next mineral is ammonia. Acceptable limit is 0.5 mg per liter. Next one is the boron. Its acceptable limit is 0.5 mg per liter and rejection limit is 1 mg per liter. Next one is the barium. Its acceptable limit is 0.7 mg per liter. Next mineral presence in the raw water is calcium. Its acceptable limit is 75 mg per liter and rejection limit is 200 mg per liter. Acceptable limit for chloride is 250 mg per liter and rejection limit is 1000 mg per liter. For copper, acceptable limit is 0.05 mg per liter and rejection limit is 1.5 mg per liter. For fluoride, acceptable limit is 1 mg per liter and rejection limit is 1.5 mg per liter. Next mineral is free residual chlorine. Its acceptable limit is 0.2 mg per liter and rejection limit is 1 mg per liter. Next mineral is chloramine. Its acceptable limit is 4 mg per liter. Next one is iron. Its acceptable limit is 0.3 mg per liter. Magnesium, acceptable limit is 30 mg per liter and rejection limit is 100 mg per liter. Next mineral is manganese. Its acceptable limit is 0.1 mg per liter. Rejection limit is 0.3 mg per liter. For nitrate, acceptable limit is 45 mg per liter. There is no rejection limit. Next one is the phenol. Acceptable limit is 0.01 mg per liter and rejection limit is 0.002 mg per liter. For silver, acceptable limit is 0.1 mg per liter. There is no rejection limit. For sulfate, acceptable limit is 200 mg per liter and rejection limit is 400 mg per liter. For H2S, acceptable limit is 0.05 mg per liter. For zinc, acceptable limit is 5 mg per liter and rejection limit is 15 mg per liter. For lead, acceptable limit is 0.01 mg per liter. For total arsenic, acceptable limit is 0.01 mg per liter. Here one thing note that for the iron, phenolphthalein is used as a indicator. For manganese, ammonium persulfate and nitric acids are used as an indicators. For fluoride, zirconium alzarin is used as an indicator. Now we will start the biological water quality parameter. So first we will see aerobic reactions. The reactions which takes place in the presence of oxygen is known as aerobic reaction and it is carried out by aerobic microorganism. The end product of aerobic reactions are highly stable, and these reactions are much faster as compared to anaerobic reaction. Second one is anaerobic reaction. The reactions which takes place in the absence of oxygen, it is termed as anaerobic reaction. In the anaerobic reaction utilizes molecular bonded oxygen. The end product of these reactions are not stable, and also the reaction is slower than aerobic reaction. Next one is facultative process. There are certain types of microorganisms which can react in the presence or absence of oxygen. Both the condition term as facultative microorganism, and the process is termed as facultative process. Next one is endogenous respiration. If the organic matter is exhausted from the system, then microorganisms start utilizing their own cell carbon or from their neighbor's cell, leading to the self-destruction of microorganism, and it is termed as endogenous respiration. Now here, disinfection kills the pathogens. So what is mean by pathogens? The most important microorganism present in the water that are capable in transmitting disease, it is termed as pathogens. So disinfection kills the pathogen, and sterilization of water kills the all microorganisms. So the testing of this pathogen is costly and time taking. Hence in routine, testing of pathogen is not, instead testing of coliform is done, which shows the same behavior as pathogens and indicates the presence and absence of pathogens. So here it is important, the test of coliform. So first test of coliform is membrane filter test. In this, water sample is passed through a sterile membrane over which all the microorganism retains. This membrane is brought in contact with the endo medium, which act as nutrient for coliform and permit the growth of coliform. After incubating at 35 to 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours, number of colonies are counted. These number of colonies are related to the colonies of pathogens. Here membrane wide size is equal to 5 to 10 micrometer. Second coliform test is MPN index test or most probable number test, or it is also called as multiple tube fermentation test. So here MPN is a number which represent the bacterial density which is most likely to be occur. So here water sample with different dilution ratio and lactose broth which act as a nutrient for coliform are incubated at 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours, and after the incubation they are tested for the presence of acid and gases which represent the positive test. Okay, so here remember that presence of acid and gases represent the positive test, and if there is presence of red stain, it represent the gram negative. Okay, so here presence of acid and gases represent the positive test. Now results are observed and MPN per 100 ml is noted. Test is completed in three stages. First one is presumptive test, second one is confirmatory test, and third one is complete or confirm test. Now here one of the important formula, one of the important equation we use here, that is Thomas equation, and Thomas equation is equal to number of positive tubes multiplied by 100 divided by volume, square root of volume in negative tubes multiplied by square root of total volume in all tubes. Okay, so remember this formula in the case of MPN index test. Now next are the some pathogens and disease due to these pathogens. So here typhoid is due to Salmonella typhi, paratyphoid is due to Salmonella paratyphi bacteria, and cholera is due to Vibrio cholera bacteria. Now virus and its disease. So here poliomyelitis is occur due to poliovirus, jaundice is due to hepatitis, protozoa is due to amoebic dysentery. Now shape and name of bacteria. Spherical shape, it occurs in 4 shapes. If it is in single form, it is known as coccus. If it is in pair like this, it is in pair, it is its name as Diplococcus. If it is in the form of chain like this, it is known as Streptococcus, and if it is in the irregular shape like this, so it is known as Staphylococcus. Okay, now next shape is rod shaped with rounded or square end. Its bacteria name is Bacillus. It looks like a rod shape with rounded end or square end. Okay, next one is the spiral like this shape, so it is known as Spirillum, and if it is curve shape, it is known as Vibrio. Largest bacteria known is the Theomargarita namibiensis, so remember this name also. Now next coliform test is coliform index. Coliform index test is the reciprocal of smallest quantity of sample that gives the positive coliform test. So here one important formula is number of gram equivalent can be calculated by, it is equal to given weight of compound divided by equivalent weight of that compound, and equivalent weight can be calculated by molecular weight divided by valency. These are some formulae. Okay, so here we will completed all raw water quality parameters, that is physical parameter, chemical parameter and biological water quality parameters. So if this video will be video is helpful for you, then like this video, and please don't forget to share this video with your friends and subscribe this channel. So thanks for watching.